When is it a smart decision to come back for your senior year when you're a draftable prospect as a junior? When is that the right move? We're going to talk about a guy who made that decision this year. Player spotlight. Drew Lock, quarterback, Missouri. All right, so here's what you need to know about Drew Lock. Big old, tall, lean, strong arm quarterback prospect for the NFL. 6'4", 210 pounds. And he's a third-year starter at quarterback last year, coming back for his senior year. He's a Parks and Recreation and Tourism major at Missouri.
That is the 4th time this month.
Hello, all.
I'm sorry, everybody thinks he's he doesn't mean he thinks he's
How'd things go for you?
So he's been there 3 years. He started freshman, sophomore, junior. Freshman year, didn't start all the games, started some. Played pretty well, not great, like 1,300 yards passing, threw 4 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 48% completion as a freshman, about what you'd expect for a freshman in the SEC. But then, in 2016, his sophomore year, they hired Josh Heupel, former Oklahoma quarterback, to be his offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, and Drew Lock just blossomed under Josh Heupel. This is 2 years ago, his sophomore year on the road at Tennessee, and it's 3 verticals again. They ran that a bunch for him, go 7-man protection so he can use that big arm. Watch him pump fake and show that, try to hold that defender, and then gets it over the top. Shoulder fake, put his foot in the ground, throw the go up the sideline where his guy can get it, touchdown. Drew Lock lit everybody up in 2016, his sophomore year. Threw 23 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, just a little over 3,000 yards, was at 54%, and threw the ball 434 times that year. Here he is as a sophomore against Kentucky in a home game, 3-man route over here on the field side, and he's going to show you that he can actually escape and use his legs a little bit. You know, he's not a Johnny Manziel runner. Watch him escape and then throw the ball accurately on the run. Again, it's a super accurate throw into a tight window as he's running to his right. And one of the things I've been impressed with in 2 years of him being the starter, he can throw the ball on a rope accurately in the middle of the field without getting picked off a bunch. Challenging linebackers, throwing it behind their head in front of those safeties. Against Georgia 2 years ago, sophomore year for Drew, and his ability to throw the ball accurately against zone and man in the middle of the field is also a bit unusual for a college kid. Zone this time, got a receiver on the bottom of the screen off, and then got a runner here who's going to get behind this linebacker's shoulder, but it's vertical. There's not much room. Watch him fit it in. Safety over the top. Linebacker underneath the throwing lane, and still fits this in on a dead rope. And he has done that a bunch in his career. It's really impressive. And then last year, in Drew Lock's junior year, he led the entire country in touchdown passes with 44. He upped his completion percentage to 58%. He was maybe like 36 yards shy of 4,000 yards passing in the year. Still only threw like 10 or 11 interceptions, whatever it was that last year. That was his second year under Josh Heupel in that offense, and he's a legit draftable quarterback. Watch him run this little cross-up vertical right here, and outside guy gone, out of the picture. 7-man protect with a tight end and a running back. Protection looks good. He's going to put his foot on the 30 and count the yards. Lets it fly to the outside receiver. That's a 65-yard throw in the air on a dead run right over 2 defenders. Had to be perfect. Excellent throw. That's really a nice throw. Now, this is a grown man throw right here from Drew Lock against Texas in the bowl game. His single receiver side is double cover. They bracket up top. So he goes 2-on-3 here. And the way they're running this thing is inside vertical, outside vertical. He's got to read that deepest defender. Watch him avoid the pocket. 7-man protection. They get pressure. So he's stepping up on the left hash with his foot on the 17-yard line. Watch this rope on the inside vertical. That is an unbelievable throw against what is pretty tight zone coverage. 2 guys, and one of which is underneath. And if you're seeing it from his eye level, this defender is actually in the throwing lane, and he still somehow fits it over there absolutely perfectly. On a dead run, you couldn't walk it out there and hand it to him any better in stride. Again, watch the placement of the football to the receiver. This, to me, is unbelievable how accurate this is. Doesn't get any better than that. Well, several things started happening just all of a sudden after all the success. Number one, his quarterback coach, offensive coordinator, left. The guy who was kind of the architect of that high-flying passing offense, and he throws those 60-some-odd touchdowns over the last 2 years. Josh Heupel got hired away to go be the head coach at UCF. He looked around, and there's some other guys that are coming out as juniors as well. Josh Rosen out of UCLA, Sam Darnold out of USC, and Lamar Jackson from Louisville, the former Heisman winner. All three of those guys, also juniors coming out, going to get those definite first, second round grades. He's losing 2 of his top 3 receivers, including Jamon Moore, who's a second, third round pick himself coming out as a 1,000-yard receiver. So what did Barry Odom do, the head coach at Missouri? He went out and hired Derek Dooley. You know, Dooley spent the last 5 years or so in the NFL coaching receivers for the Dallas Cowboys. Derek Dooley, when he was at Tennessee, was kind of a pro-style offensive coach. Yeah, you know, look, it was an unceremonious deal. He got fired at Tennessee. They weren't any good, all that. And the whole Derek Dooley Tennessee tenure has a really ugly paint job on it. But if you look closely, his last year at Tennessee, that passing offense in 2012 with Tyler Bray as the starting QB, they were in the top 20 in the country in passing offense and total offense. They really moved the ball. They were under center. They were more pro style. They do some play action rollout stuff. Well, see, Drew Lock has never been under center. All shotgun stuff with Josh Heupel. So maybe the positive spin is if Drew Lock puts up his 2017 type of numbers-ish, with a new coach, a new offense, and a new system, it may actually help him going into the 2019 draft cycle. Hello, first round. All right, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, help me out. Subscribe to my YouTube channel here, and also hit me up on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Wyatt. Like my Facebook page. That'll help a lot. Going to post everything there as well, plus other giveaways and things on the Facebook page. Find me on Twitter and Instagram as usual, @Radio Wyatt. Appreciate the follow there. Hey, and check this out. My friends at Renaissance Nation have a cool story. They have a video series, kind of a mini documentary style video series going called Crafted by Renaissance. And this one is about a grill called the Kudu Grill. And I'll link it for you here. Give you a link video and put it in the description as well so you can see it. It's a guy who went to South Africa and learned how they actually build their grills for outdoor use. And he's come back and started a company where you can have one. It's called Kudu. Anyway, I'll link the video. You need to watch it. I like it. I'm actually going to get one of these. It's really cool. So check that out. That's at renaissancennation.com. All right, thanks. See you next time.